quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun, it's Jackson to Mixon, checked in. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
All right, now, look at
Calling a
56.
pickup of
Look at
7,
56.
and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Monday.
Now a first down throw, Love. The Sharks got it, left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
11. 12.
Now Love. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Go ahead. Hey, easy.
On 1st and 10, Love. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Love. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Wide, 674. Go ahead.
First carry for James Conner. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
12, 12.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down.
On second down, here's Locke. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a first and 10 at the 17.
Watch the safety creep.
They run with Conner. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play.
Let's go.
They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, 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 gun.
Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game
Detroit!
plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well. Creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
4 down, check. 4 down, 4 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Second quarter now. Brandon Gordon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tight left.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, 4 down.
Jackson will throw again. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup at 34 yards.
Here we go. I got 8.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell.
All day, every day.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Boswell for the extra point. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Lay down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Tight ends on the Ringo.
On second down, here's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Hot, hot, hot. Hot, hot, hot.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4
All right, now,
thus
lucky
far.
56.
This will be
Lucky
3rd and
56.
5. And Jackson throwing once more. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing.
Leopard! Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
To throw again is Jackson. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Jackson on first down. Middle complete. That's Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Philly, here we go!
A nice gain of 21 yards. To throw is Jackson on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense at Summit.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Lighten up. Pull together.
Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Willie Henry. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw is Jackson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky. Wasn't a fumble, really. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
4 down, 4 down.
Gun!
Watch 35.
Here we go on 4th down to Jackson. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. They'll try to run it. This is Connor into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He'll get it up the middle, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Spins past him. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Now Jackson on first down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Gone!
Check, 93's the mic, 93's
Gone!
Here's Jackson on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Watch the screen.
Again, Jackson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Adam Gotsis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Detroit!
Check, 93's the mic.
Gone!
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Woo! You got him! You got him! You got him!
Alert! Right, 622!
Tight end to the left.
The final shot before the break. Lock. Flush to his right.
Outside coming!
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Luck on first down. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Hey.
Here's Kyle. So just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mike check 33,
12.
Big stop, G.
On first and 10, Love. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Now Luck. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Buying time to his left. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a toss. This is Connor. Spins by. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ballgame. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Check Mike 33.
Now it's Luck. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
Watch it now,
And they're going to
Barney,
hurry
Barney.
back to the line now.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Gun!
Shit.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he coughed it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Blue 90! Hurry.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A beautiful fake. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Forced out to his left. Sharks got it, left side. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 43 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, long. That's complete, right around the 8. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Double tight. 3 down.
Connor. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Wrong.
That old expression, it's not my night.
11C.
It hasn't been his so far.
Hurry, hurry!
I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough day for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 2 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now luck on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
33. Go ahead.
They're going to run. Here's Connor, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point.
Touchdown, baby, let's go.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
4 down.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is improve the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Pushing his way through. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The blitz is still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits. And
now
those
lucky
creases like they're
56.
able to exploit
Lucky
right there.
56.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd, a little more than a yard. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
We got 4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him 5 on the carry, and it'll be 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call it, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient...
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in my fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
You know, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing
We got
of the
three.
kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Right back to it on first down. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Pittsburgh, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.